Hello, everybody. Today I'm here with the next set of levels. Look, Sage 666, we made it. I've been waiting since day one to play level 666. And now that we're here, I have to say it was pretty anticlimactic. This level was probably the easiest one in the set. And I actually had kind of a lot of problems with the levels today. But this one, there were no problems. And if you're curious on what you should do, you're just going through and hitting the viruses whenever you can, and then most likely you'll hit most of the boxes and or the blocks and crates as you go, but you will have to go back for a few of them. Now the flasks seem to only spawn in bombs, which is amazing. A lot of the times they can make the flasks really annoying, but when they spawn in something like the bombs, there's really nothing to complain about. It just makes the level go a lot easier. And I would say, just aim for the bombs whenever they spawn, and then start putting a lot of capsules down and more bombs will spawn. There really shouldn't be too many problems. And there are those coins that you have to get. So if there are bombs that are spawning in, I believe they will keep you from getting the coins behind. As you can see there, all those blue coins back there. But again, it shouldn't be too big of an issue. The bombs really take care of everything for you. And it still took me a while to actually complete the level just because there is a lot of stuff to clear. But I wasn't nervous about messing up at any point in the level. It's just a nice relaxing level. And I'd say it's kind of similar to a lot of levels I've had before. But still, it's nice to get these levels like this, especially compared to some of the levels that we're going to see today. And I'll get into that, of course. If people had as much trouble as I did with the final level, I'm sure I'll have a lot of people looking at that one. But I really don't have anything else to say. It really is just hitting these final things here as more bombs spawn in. I really have nothing to say. With here, my strategy was to not have to build up so much, and I also need to hit that crate and block. So I just put that one underneath, kind of wasted it, but used it as a platform to get to those two capsules two obstacles that I needed. Now I'm kind of hoping to get a double yellow here, which I do get. But I kind of been waiting the whole game just to get a double yellow to put there. And I finally got it, and it was nice. Also, that bomb spawned right where I was dragging that capsule, which I thought was pretty funny. Because, like, in any other level, that probably would have pissed me off. But I really didn't care when going through this one. I think this is the only level that I beat on my first try. The rest all took multiple tries. So finally I cleared everything out, had plenty of points, had plenty of capsules left over. I suppose bringing in Roy or Wendy would have made the experience go a bit faster, but Wario is always a trustworthy one to bring in. Now this one took me 2 tries, I believe, and I did the same thing both times. I guess I just did it better the second time. I believe it will always give you a double red to start out, and you're going to throw that down there. And basically you're hitting the one virus each time. Most of the time I'd say you're going to go for the bottom. Get rid of that and then place the same color that you need underneath those 2 remaining viruses. And then, if you get any other colors, just get them out of the way. I probably should have put them on top of the keys so that I could use the colors later. But again, it still worked out. There are electric boxes and stuff, but you're not going to have to worry about that until you clear out all of these doors up at the top. And it's kind of a weird level because it is pretty much split up into 2 here. This part is all on its own, and then once you get through with that, it's a completely different ending to the level. As you see, we're wrapping up here. I'm always trying to get that the color that I need lined up next so that I can put it there. I got lucky with this double yellow here, and then As you can see, we've got all these locks as well as electric boxes, and you're always going to try to hit the locks at the same time as the electric boxes on the right side, and the locks will unlock the next viruses coming up. So now I made sure to hit the red when the electric box is open, and then I can hit the key or the lock. And now I'm going for these blue ones here, and I do have a lot of, like, as you can see, I have 2 yellows, 2 blues, 2 reds all lined up so that I didn't do it on purpose, but it does work out so that if I did need to split up any single capsule by itself, I could use one of those to do it. Of course, the 2 yellows are blocked, so it does prohibit me from doing things sometimes. But yeah, the ending is also just making your way through the snake-like section. You could, of course, go from the top and try to hit those crates to get through, but I wouldn't suggest doing that. Technically, you don't have to clear out all of the electric boxes, so if you really do want to do it that way, I suppose you can. But here I make sure the electric box goes on the right side. Then I just need some more reds. And I was definitely cutting it close in terms of points. And I think using that yellow to get those blues was crucial to me getting 3 stars. As you can see, I have 1 capsule really close. So that might happen to you as well, where you complete it and you don't get 3 stars. And it's just because so many of the capsules end up not being used because when you're going through at the beginning, they're just not necessary. So yeah, if you get any extra colors, I would suggest bringing them back in and getting some extra points. This one, if you didn't notice, it's shaped like a Goomba, and you can only see that at the beginning. But I didn't even notice the first time I played. Then the second time I was like, wait, that's a Goomba. The yellows kind of make it weird. But anyways, the main obstacle that I found in this one was I had some coins remaining. And also these yellow ones up top on the side are really annoying, and I would suggest getting them as soon as you can. Because they're covered by blocks that have coins in them on the top and the bottom. So you're going to have to hit them from the sides. And it goes okay if you go for it right away. That's all I'll say, is that go for it when you can, and then the rest of the level shouldn't be too bad. Now the flasks are always going to spawn in more blocks, and that can get super annoying, and they will most likely get in your way a lot. Oh, they do spawn in bombs as well. I don't even remember that, but yeah, they spawn in bombs too. So they can technically be helpful, but they oftentimes spawn in blocks that just get in your way. So avoid using them at all costs, but again, they can spawn in bombs, so they can help you in some ways. But now that I've gotten through that part, I have a lot of stuff towards the bottom I still need to get. There's some coins up top as well as that one yellow one that I wasn't able to clear out while I was up there. But I'll come back to all of that. And once you're at this point, you know, there's some floating viruses that'll take a few hits, but you're also going to want to start focusing on where the coins are. Now, you're not going to know where the coins are off the top of, or like your first playthrough. I'd played it already, so I knew the placement of most of the coins. You know, I didn't know it exactly, but I had a good idea of where I need to go. These 3 blocks at the bottom all need to be hit. There's some towards the top that still need to be hit. That one that's next to that blue floating virus also needs to go. Now, I also kind of got stuck here. You see that yellow capsule there is blocking me from hitting that block, but the blue, and you can't go underneath because that one is a coin block. Now that red bomb is the only thing that allows me to hit it, and I should have used the red bomb right there, but I'm gonna have to come back up and hit that red bomb. I thought I was like it was almost impossible for me to beat this one, just because I kind of messed it up pretty bad. But like I said, that red bomb really saved me with this one. I just moved that blue one out of there and also hit that coin block for the last time I needed. Now as you can see, I only have one more coin. I did not realize I only had one more coin. I thought I had to hit a bunch more blocks. So you can see me kind of putting a lot of stuff around, where in reality where that blue capsule is the only coin block I have left. I did not even realize that. Again, I was still able to beat it. I believe I get Wario's skill one last time. But yeah, I didn't realize at all that I still needed to do this. And if I hadn't used Wario's skill, I don't think I would have beaten it. I just happened to get rid of those blues and was starting to head to the next part I thought I needed. And then the level cleared. I was like, oh, well that's good because I was running out of capsules. So yeah, just remember how many coins you need. Make a note of where those coins are. You can use my video as a reference if you're having a hard time finding a coin or something. But I was mistaken as well. This level I beat on my first try. Another pretty easy one. Now I'm not sure if they're wanting you to go for the shells and the launchers or the cannons right away. I did, and maybe they were intended to wait for that. As I watched, I kind of don't think they do, but I really don't know. But after that, it is just going through and hitting all these viruses. There are a lot to go through because they're iced. And then also hitting the coins whenever possible. Just use whatever colors you don't want to use towards those coins, honestly. And there's no rush either. There's no flasks going on. There's a very good amount of capsules they give you. I don't see, or like this is one of the easiest levels of the world so far, in my opinion. Just because there isn't a lot going on, you're just kind of getting the colors you need, and also going for the coins whenever you feel like it. Really, the coins are always, they're not next to any viruses. You're not going to clear them out as you go, but it doesn't take too much to go out of your way to do it either. And you can see I use that red to hit the yellow and blue viruses a little bit easier. And I also use that blue to build up to those yellows as well, so I can hit them all in a row. I should have used something other than a blue and yellow, so I could have kept that same line. But again, this level is one of the easiest ones. You shouldn't have to worry too much about saving any capsules or anything. And now I have that final coin down there. And it's funny that the pink coins aren't technically necessary to beat the level, but they do have the blue coins behind them, so also they are needed to complete them. Also, I use all these reds and blues to build up to this yellow. Not necessary, but I also didn't need the reds and blues for anything anyways, so it did save me a few yellow capsules. And then I can get some more points before finally hitting that final yellow one. So now we move on to one of the hardest levels in a while, I would say. And I haven't played all the levels yet. These are all the levels I've played so far, so honestly there could be some harder ones that I just haven't gotten to yet. But my strategy ended up where I continually lost a level with only a single capsule remaining. Now I know they gave me 3 extra ones here, but I played this many times after this, and it was the same thing where I ended up with 1 capsule left that I needed, and I just couldn't get it for the life of me. So I think my strategy is technically sound. It's just that I needed to get lucky with some of the colors that they're giving me, and I just wasn't getting lucky enough. And also I really don't know what to say what my strategy is. Obviously I always say that you're going to want to go for everything when the lecture box is on the correct side, and a lot of times you end up just placing random capsules to get rid of that. Also, starting with the double yellow can be really helpful because you can hit that bomb and lock right away. But also you can just bring some yellows down there whenever you feel like it. Now, the problem that I end up facing a lot of times is I clear all the viruses, but I still have some of those blocks remaining. And I don't think Wendy would be any more helpful because there aren't that many blocks. And also they're bubbled for the majority of the round as well. And the amount of capsules you get from Wario just overshadows that anyways. But I imagine that there's a better strategy than what I was doing, or a strategy at all. I really didn't have a strategy. I kind of did the same thing each time, but it was also sort of random. As you can see with that, where those blue bubbled viruses are, there's that block that's open and the one that's still bubbled. And I'm sure there's a better way to get them together so you can hit them with fewer viruses, but I can never do it with the way that I was playing the level. And also these yellows and blues are kind of clumped together in a way that makes it hard to hit them as well. And the bombs are all bubbled and they make it hard to hit everything. And the electric boxes always get in the way. There's a lot of annoyance in this level, I would say. And maybe something like Bowser Jr. would be the right way to go. I honestly don't know. I only tried it with Wario, and I'm not willing to do any more tries. So you'll see at the end here that I do end up using a power-up. I would suggest using them if you get really close. There's no shame in it. But if you want to do it without power-ups, please leave a comment or something if you complete it without power-ups, or if you have a better strategy than I did. Anything would help, honestly. And also, I did this, I think if I would have done it differently, where I let the blues fall one more, and the block would have came down one more, I legitimately think I could have beat the level, which is just really sad because every time after this I did it that way. But this is the time that they gave me 3 extra capsules. And if they ever give you 3 extra capsules, make sure not to complete the level because then they'll continue giving you 3 extra capsules each round. But anyways, like I said, I clear everything out, all the blocks are gone. But I need to hit this 2 more times. And I get all the yellows I need. If it was 1 lower, I would have been able to do it. And I sit here for a long time. I speed this up and even cut out some of it. Because I sat here forever just like, what can I do to save this? And there's nothing I could do. It was just in a bad place. I didn't get the colors I needed. If they gave me 1 more red in this mix, if there was another red, I could have done it. But they couldn't give it to me. So instead, I sit here thinking, what else can I do? There's nothing I can do. I eventually just end up placing it, getting a few more points from the yellows, although that's completely not necessary, and then just using the hammer to hit that block its final time. And it is frustrating that I was so close and just was not able to do it. But like I said, I tried it many times after this to try and get a real playthrough of it, and it was the same every time, where I just needed 1 more capsule to do it. I got closer than this, even, where I had 2 lined up next to it, and I just needed 1 more color to hit that final block. But anyways, like I said, leave a comment if you have any ideas of how to do that better than I did, so that you can help other people out. But I'll see you soon for the next 7 levels. Thank you for watching this one. Goodbye.